Welcome to the State of DSP.
I stayed positive. I didn't get angry. I didn't lie. I didn't stomp my feet. I didn't attack people.
Instead, I just kind of said, whatever, shit happens, let's keep on moving. You know, I'm not going to tell you how many times this year people sent me a video or sent me a clip on Twitter. Phil, did you hear this guy said this about you? Did you hear this guy shit on you? Did you hear what this guy said about you at this event? And you know what I said? I don't fucking care.
I don't care what anyone outside of my viewership watching my videos directly says about me.
I don't care if another YouTuber who doesn't really watch my shit heard through the grapevine that DSP's a bad YouTuber and talk shit about me. Who the fuck gives a crap? That doesn't affect anything whatsoever, because the bottom line is, those people were gonna watch me anyway. I'm so different from most other mainstream YouTubers, I'm not gonna attract that audience. Alright? I'm so different at this point. It's funny, because I started as one of the big gaming YouTubers, and over the years, look how YouTube has changed that now I'm not even what's unpopular anymore.
So, less drama, more fun, and more enjoying gaming together than anything else. That's been my focus this year. Just because I know that negativity sells on YouTube. And because I know that if I make an overly negative review versus a positive review, that it'll get more views, I'm not going to purposely do overly negative reviews.
Financially right now, things are still kind of tight, but they're not awful, alright? Let me explain. Between the money that I make from my 3 YouTube channels, you know, King of Hate Vlogs, this channel makes the least by far. Makes almost nothing. A couple $100 a month tops. So this is kind of like, is it a main focus? No, but it's still the channel that I like doing a lot because I get to make videos like this and share information with you. DSP Gaming, it's kind of been like this, alright? Started out real bad, then went up and down, and I gotta see, this is really the first year that I have this new contract, so I have to really see late now, we're hitting these months where advertisement revenue on YouTube is gonna go up. Am I gonna see a giant effing spike? Right? Go through the roof.
And by the way, no, that's not sweat. This is deodorant stain. This t-shirt has deodorant stains on it. And other people say, ew, he's sweating. Look, it's not. It's actually dry. It's from my deodorant, okay? Relax. I know people are gross with these kind of videos.
KO Gaming is actually bringing in some great supplementary income, alright? Income that I didn't count on. And Patreon, alright? Patreon has been doing pretty good this year. Unfortunately, we hit a roadblock in July. And I do want to talk about that a little bit, because it actually did hurt me, alright? Every month that I've done Patreon since the inception in February 2015, I've hit a financing goal of $1,250 a month. Now, do I actually get $1,250 a month? Hell no. Out of that amount, Patreon takes a chunk for processing fees, for their fee, for everything. So probably a month, after all intents and purposes and all the declined pledges or whatever, I'm seeing anywhere around maybe $1,000, maybe a little bit more than that from Patreon. Now, that's nothing to fucking, you know, write off. I mean, that's a lot of money. I understand that. And that has allowed me, with the big dip in income that I had, in particular this year, if I didn't have Patreon support, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't be able to pay my bills, alright? The bottom line is, this is
Truth.
Those months, last year, those copyright strikes, took so much money out of my pocket and fucked me over because I had taxes due and stuff, and I didn't have the money to pay it now because all that money that I would have made on YouTube disappeared. I took out loans, I racked up credit cards, and it's gonna take me years to pay it off. And some people think, oh, but Phil, what are you talking about? You know, your revenue went down a little bit for a few months. Wrong. My revenue is always down forever now. Because DSP Gaming will never show up in search like it used to. It will never get back its spot. So even though I could put in just as much work and do just as entertaining playthroughs, they will always get less views now because of the bullshit last year. So no matter what, I'm always going to be making less money because of what happened in 2015. That's just something I have to live with. Okay? So people, oh, I don't understand, only a couple of months were affected, and he says he's going to be doing this for... No, I'm always going to be making less money, and the bottom line is all this money that I had, you know, loans and credit cards and stuff, I have to pay it off. It doesn't just go away because I put it on there. Now I have to slowly find a way to pay it off, and I'm not...
massively finding chunks of money, right? No one just donated $20,000 so I could pay off a fucking loan.
So, it's not going to happen, okay? You know what I mean? Like, I'm stuck financially. Now, the good news is, because of the positivity of KO Gaming, I have made a little bit extra than what I was expecting to make. So I actually was able, for example, to save up a little bit of money and go on this mini vacation to Seattle that we just did last month in July. We have not been on a real, and when I say we, it's my girlfriend and I, Leanna. We have not been on a real vacation or actually spent any real significant time together since we moved here. And I know you said, but you live with her. Yeah, but honestly, I mean, I stay for a little bit in the morning, and then I work all day, right? I see her for dinner, and then I work at night, all night, and I see her for 1 or 2 hours before I go to sleep. We can't go out and do fun stuff, right? It's actually difficult. We get 1 day a week where we go out and do anything together, like go to dinner or whatever. Every other day is just like, we're stuck here because I'm working constantly. So, because of that, we're like stir crazy. We want to do something fun. We're hoping, fingers crossed, arms crossed, if things keep going well this year like they've been going, that I can save up a little bit of money, and she can save up a little bit of money because she now has her own job. You know, not only does she have her own soap business that she owns and operates, which is fucking amazing that she can handle that responsibility. She's also she's doing another job on the side. She's got 2 jobs basically. Between all our income, we're gonna try to save some money. And next year, we really want to go on vacation to somewhere like California.
What I'd like to do is keep plugging away the way that I'm doing now. Hopefully, continue to be able to pay my bills. All right, and be able to maybe do something fun and different outside of just doing fucking gaming every single day. Patreon is the reason why I've been able to do this full time.
I'm going to be honest with everyone, last month, July, there wasn't a lot going on with games, so no one was really checking out the stuff on DSP Gaming. KO Gaming was way down, and Patreon, for the first time, I didn't hit the monthly goal for Patreon. That's not a good sign, and it makes me nervous, because does that mean that I fucked up? That you know, I didn't do anything that was entertaining or enough to make people to want to continue to see me do this full? Because understand, Patreon isn't just, oh, I pledged for that month to see what Phil does that month.
No! Patreon lets me pay my bills. If I don't hit Patreon goals for like 3 months in a row, I'm gonna be in financial trouble. I need that money to pay my bills. So if I don't get it,
it's not, oh, well, I don't like the Patreon goal for this month, so Phil doesn't need that money for this month. We don't need to see that as a goal.
No, the whole point of Patreon is that I can keep doing this as a job. Like, even if you don't like the goal, I would think that if you support me and you like what I do, you're still gonna pledge, so that way I can keep fucking paying my bills.
And keep doing YouTube full time, or else that's it. I won't be doing daily streams every day. I won't be putting out gameplay videos every day. All that work I'm putting into KO Gaming is gonna go to nothing, because I'm not gonna have time to work on those videos anymore, because I'm gonna have to go bust my ass probably working 2-3 part-time fucking jobs, because that's all that's available in the United States right now. But Phil, a year ago, you said that eventually you might go back to work on Project 7. Or Phil, didn't you say that you might start traveling again and you'll do conventions? Why don't you go to PAX West and all of that? And Phil, why don't you doing this or that or this? All of that stuff's off the table. It's that simple. Because right now what I'm doing, at least for now, is working. I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing positivity. I can't now distract myself by pulling myself in 100 directions, working on other things. And the bottom line is this. At one point, an edited style series like Project 7 probably would have been very popular on YouTube. That was like 6 to 7 years ago, all right? Before, you had all these guys coming in, right? Oh, we're just the average Joe. But they have all this fucking financial backing, and they're film students, so they have all this know-how on how to make films and shit. And they come in with this giant equipment, and they film these fucking amateur movies that become their YouTube videos, and they play it off like they're just the Joe average, and they just did this in like a day. They're so full of shit. Most of the stuff that you're seeing on YouTube has tremendous amount of time, money, effort, and investment put into it. I don't have any of that. I'm a single guy who plays games and shares his experience with you on YouTube. To summarize and finish, how can you help me to continue to be successful and keep this business going on YouTube and keep putting out free content for you on a daily basis? Number 1, keep watching the videos. Number 2, KO Gaming. And number 3, I'll be honest, Patreon, I know it's fallen off. Patreon has fallen off. Last month, it was very disappointing that we didn't hit the goal, and I've tried to stay positive, and now here we are, there's like maybe 10 days left in the month, and we're still like $160 away from the goal, and I'm like, my God, are we gonna hit it again now? We're in jeopardy, even though there's more people are showing up for my streams, more people are watching my videos, KO Gaming's taken off. The Patreon support is key.
I'm not joking. This isn't like me saying, I need money, money, money. No.
This is something that I've needed for the past year and a half to keep doing this. I'm not joking about it. It's very important that I get that funding. So please understand, if that goes away, something might get hurt negatively, all right? I think a lot of people just take it for granted now. Well, that's not a crazy knock-you-out kind of goal this month. I don't need to pledge. I'll wait until there's an amazing goal. $1 a month, ladies and gentlemen. I said it a million times. If you're watching this video will undoubtedly have thousands of views. If 1/3 of the people who watch this video gave me $1 a month on Patreon, I probably would never have to make a fucking video like this again. Because I just said, everything's good. Views, who cares? Everything's good, because I have support from the people who want to see me keep doing this. But people think it's a joke, or they make fun.
Oh, I'm begging for money.
Very much the opposite. I love what I do. I pride myself on doing things much differently from many other YouTubers, and I want to keep being able to do it. It's obvious there's an audience out there for it, but we all need to participate in order to keep it going. This isn't one of these things that went viral or has financial backing from a corporation. To keep this going, we all have to take part in it, right? So please consider spreading the word, watching the stuff, Patreon. That's how you can help. All right, everyone?